All night long, the crows fought as a jet-lagged Remy Wadia struggled to sleep in an unfamiliar bed. Occasionally, a dog howled, the sound hair-raisingly melancholy, and Remy had to cover his ears with a pillow. He heard the roar of a motorcycle and glanced at the alarm clock. 2 a.m. A few minutes later, he was on the threshold of a dream when loud voices from the street below jolted him awake. He swore under his breath, flinging the sheet off. Finally, at 6 a.m., even though he was afraid of awakening Django and Shehnaz in the next room, he got up to use the attached bathroom. Then he made his way to the small balcony off his bedroom. A light breeze from the nearby sea made his thin muslin sadra flutter against his skin as he leaned against the railing. He looked down at the treetops. What had made the damn crows squawk all night long? There had been something spooky and unnerving about their nocturnal shrieking, but then this, too, was Bombay. The birds as defiant and absurd as the rest of the city. He looked toward the main road and wondered if his mother was awake too. Her apartment building was only a few streets away from Django's, where he had spent the night after his friend had picked him up from the airport. Remy yawned. It had been a long flight from Columbus, Ohio, and he was exhausted. Then he reminded himself of the reason for his visit to India and felt a throb of excitement. Shehnaz's niece, Monaz, was to arrive at 10 a.m. He thought about taking a quick shower, but worried that the sound of running water would disturb his hosts. Still, he wanted to look his best when Monaz came, wanted no trace of his fatigue to show. First impressions are often the last impression, Dad used to say. Dad. The thought of his boisterous, warm-hearted father made Remy smile. It was his first time back since Cyrus had died 3 years ago. He had not visited his mother since then, and he felt the usual pang of guilt at the thought. Well, he would see her in a few hours, would surprise her by showing up at her door. Maybe things would be softer between them now that Daddy was gone and Remy no longer had to protect him from his mother's grievances and sharp barbs.